Yeah, hello, welcome to this video. This is Game of the Day coverage of round 3 of the London Chess Classics. And I'm not going to do a classic Game of the Day, rather going to do a summary of the round, looking at 3 games actually, one a little bit more detail, 2 with highlights. Yeah, what 5 games did we have today? First of all, the 2 games that I'm not covering in this video, there was Mickey Adams, the local player, playing Giri-Aronian. They had a Spanish opening. Nothing much happened. Adams went for a very solid line, and it was the most uneventful game of that round. So a draw at the end. There also was a draw in the American duel between Fabiano Caruana and Hikaru Nakamura. Caruana had a good advantage out of the opening, but ultimately couldn't convert it to a win. Nakamura defended very tenaciously, but Caruana probably had missed 1 or 2 opportunities to get more out of this game. Certainly something that he regretted after the game. Certainly had some chances to win, but it wasn't so clear. During the broadcast, we couldn't really find something very decisive. Yeah, I was on the air today together with Lars Bo Hansen, and we really enjoyed a good round of fighting chess. And let's have a look now at Grischuk-Giri. Giri is the current leader of the event after round 2. He had won his first round game against Topalov, and he hasn't yet lost a game in the Grand Chess Tour. So why is that? Because he's a very solid player and he goes for the Berlin. Grischuk here got a very nice position. I'm going to do this rather quickly as we're going to look at something else in more detail. This trade here of the bishop from b7 over to f3 is a very uncommon scenario in the Berlin, but interesting one. Giri now has secured this nice knight on f5, but he has some problems with the white knight jumping into d6. We will see what happens in the game. Grischuk here in this particular moment invested lots of time. He had around 80 minutes left at that point, and he invested more than 70 minutes of this for the move f4. Grischuk is one of the absolute craziest time travel addicts of today, and he also got into huge time pressure in this game. f4 is a very interesting way to play. He makes sure that this knight has a very solid base now, and black cannot go knight e3 here, as f5 is proving to be very dangerous. Yeah, of course black cannot grab here, as knight f7 is pretty embarrassing. So what he got is, he got this nice knight on d6. Black could never get rid of it. This is very awkward with the rook coming down, and slowly but surely he pushed Giri back and had a very nice position. Doubled on the d file, a4, a5, creating a new weakness, and here it is, the b6 pawn. Yeah, it all looked like smooth sailing. The only problem was Grischuk had no time on the clock, and around here he had a critical decision. Yeah, white could take on c6 with the rook or with the knight, and he decided to take with the rook. That did keep some advantage, but ultimately it didn't it didn't suffice to win. Knight takes c6 I think would have been a lot better, and black now faces a very difficult choice. King f8, rook d8 seems to be a lost endgame with knights. Yeah, those pawns are just very, very weak, and the alternative knight c6, king e8 is also not looking very inspiring. White is just dominating here, and the knight will always have a good route back to c4. A very good position for white. He took with the rook, and here he kept some kind of pull, but Giri had a very nice defense later. This move, a3, that puts lots of problems in front of white, and he had no time. So very difficult now to figure out. It seems that rook c7 now, this move, was a tougher try to win, but ultimately it doesn't seem to be enough. It's tricky. I could analyze that in more detail, but